Hello, this is Daniel Mart, and today I'm going to be reviewing Guardians of the Galaxy. This movie features a lot of people, and to name a few, it features Chris Pratt, Zoe Saldana, Dave Bautista, Vin Diesel, Bradley Cooper, Lee Pace, Michael Rooker, Karen Gillan, Jaimin Hansen, John C. Reilly, Glenn Close, Benicio del Toro, and Laura Haddock. So yeah, that's basically everybody that it features. Um, I do realize that this is still a week into its theatrical run, so still either way, as usual, spoiler warning. 10 seconds for those who have yet to watch the movie and haven't already. Go check it out, then come back here because it's a pretty great movie in my opinion, if you ask me. But just watch the rest of this video to get a more inside look at what I think about it. So yeah, but still, 10 second spoiler warning as usual. Go check it out, then come back here and watch the rest of this review. So yeah, 10 second spoiler warning starting now. Okay, so 10 seconds are up. So for those who have yet to watch the actual film and haven't already, please don't comment down below or be messaging me. Then I will give you guys a fair warning, because as usual, I did. So yeah, Guardians of the Galaxy. What did I think of it? As usual, quick synopsis, likes and dislikes, and then the rates. Yeah, sorry about the sunlight. So yeah, basically you have Guardians of the Galaxy. Basically they they basically start off with the problems. Each of them trying to survive in this galaxy, and when they all land up in jail. And basically what they have to do is they basically have one of the Infinity Gems, most likely the Power Gem, and the original plan seems that they were supposed to give it to the Collector, which is Benicio del Toro's character, but due to some complications, Ronan having found out of the location of the gem is most notably, they now need to give the gem back to the Nova Corps, and but but Ronan, wanting the gem for the Infinity God and possibly give it to Thanos later on. That he wants it also to get power as well. So now they have to keep it away from Ronan and at the same time give it to the Nova Corps. With more complications coming from Nebula and Yondu. So yeah, now I do have to say there's a lot of references to the 80s. Um, I think the most notable one that we've seen from the trailer will have to be the music. The most, I think, famous song right off from this soundtrack would have to be "I Got a Feeling." I don't know who sings that, but there are a few other songs. The one other one that I know that was in the film, which is more towards the end, that I recognize, is one by Marvin Gaye and Tammy Terrell. I forget what the actual name of the song is, but I know it's a very famous song by them. So yeah, now there are other references to other 80s like pop culture, I guess you could say, aside from the music. I mean, you do see a lot of those little 80s little the toy trolls. You guys know what I'm talking about. That some stuff that Peter Quill has, are very reminiscent of the 80s. Such as the Walkman, the cassette player. Some of the few things he has there. Also another thing that is very 80s pop culture reference. He does talk about the Ark of the Covenant, which is a direct reference to Indiana Jones, kind of. But I think one of the best references to the 80s will have to be Footloose. The reference is Footloose in one of the most interesting ways. He's telling the moral that people like you who can't dance. He knows about the story about this guy called Kevin Bacon, and how he basically helped people who couldn't dance, and the story is called Footloose. I think that's just a very funny thing to say, because I guess to an extent it is true. I haven't seen that movie, but I guess to an extent it is true when you think about it. So yeah. Again, sorry about the sunlight here. Oh God, whatever. So yeah, I mean everything about this movie is just incredible. If you ask me, I think out of all the characters, Rocket, the Rocket Raccoon has to be the most funniest one. So yeah. all the writing and the acting for this movie are pretty well done. The CGI, the special effects are also pretty well done. And when you think about it, they kind of do have to have some good special effects, considering that two of the characters are basically CGI. I mean, there's only really two problems I have with this movie. One of them being that Yondu, played by Michael Rooker, I just couldn't get into him because every time he appeared on screen, I'm thinking, that's Merle, from The Walking Dead. I just can. That's really my thought process every time I saw Yondu. I could not say that's Yondu. No, every time I saw him, I like that's Merle. I could not think. I don't know. Also, the only other problem I have with is that the pacing, in my opinion, was a bit off. Every here and there's just something that didn't fit. But overall, it's still a pretty great movie. And then the one thing that everybody seems to be talking about is the end credit scene. Yeah, it's true. Howard the freaking Duck. Oh God. Okay, just to give me quick thoughts on Howard the Duck. I've seen the original movie from the 80s or 90s, and granted, it's not the best movie in the world, but it's more one of those guilty pleasures movies, or like one of those cult classic movies that's really the only reason why many people like it, because it's nostalgic for the time, or because it's a cult classic, or because it's a guilty pleasure. It's just one of those movies that just happens to end up like that. And yeah, I think I prefer Howard the Duck from, like, the way he appears appearance wise. I think I prefer the Howard the Duck from the 90s or 80s than this one, because the Howard the Duck from this one just looks weird. He looks too damn skinny, if you ask me. Especially his head. His head looks like pointed. It just does not look good in my opinion. I don't even, I don't know if that was CGI or that was an actual puppet, but it just did not look good in my opinion. Maybe it's just because I'm used to how the other reincarnation is, but yeah, um, yeah. So yeah, Howard Duck's in at the end credits. I'll probably do a video on seeing if they're ever gonna reboot Howard the Duck. Maybe, I don't know if you guys are interested. Comment that down below if you guys are interested. So yeah. But overall, this movie was pretty well done. I mean, it does seem to take some notes from other famous film franchises such as Indiana Jones and Star Wars and Star Trek. I mean, this movie is basically the Marvel Cinematic Universe meets Indiana Jones meets Star Wars meets Star Trek. That's basically the whole film. And they do a pretty good job at it. They do a pretty great job at it. So overall, I mean, this was a bit of a letdown for me, mostly due to pacing. And every time I saw Yondu, I always thought Merle. But overall, it's still an incredible movie, if you ask me. I think this is one of the better Marvel Cinematic movies of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. One of the better Marvel movies overall, if you ask me. And the sun is just, I know it's probably glaring. So I'm gonna try to wrap this video up as soon as possible. Give me a sec. Let's see if this helps. Yes. Sorry. Yeah. So I'm just gonna wrap it up. So I mean, on a rates from 1 to 10, 1 being the worst, 10 being the best, and 6 being decent. I'd give this a 9.25 out of 10. I mean, again, the pacing and Yondu are kind of off for me, but overall, it's still an incredible movie. So 9.25 out of 10 is what I'd give this film. And yeah, so yeah, subscribe if you're not already subscribed. I do movie reviews, comic book reviews, and TV show reviews. Also, usually I do not hold my hand up just to cover the sun. I guess it's just the time I'm doing this at, but usually this does not happen. So yeah, subscribe if you're already subscribe if you're not already subscribed. I do, as I said before, movie reviews, comic book reviews, and TV show reviews. Besides that, comment down below on your thoughts on the Guardians of the Galaxy. Have you seen it? And if not, why not? And if you have, what are your thoughts down below? Comment that down below. Let me know. And also, would you want to see a video of me discussing the possibility of Howard the Duck as a solo movie, like a reboot? Again, comment that down below. Let me know. Besides that, like this video, share on Facebook, Twitter, MySpace, or whatever you guys prefer. And again, I usually do not hold my hand up with my towel. to cover the sun. So yeah, and that's basically it for now. This is Daniel Mart signing off.